Hello everyone, my name is Nick, and I am excited to talk to you about rendering with Lumion. I chose this specific topic because throughout getting my bachelor's degree in architecture, many people used the software to create the graphics. During this time, I was not too fond of Lumion because, to me, the quality was never that great. It was not until this course that I was looking for a rendering software that could produce high-quality vegetation and landscape graphics because of its importance in my thesis project. In my rediscovery of Lumion, I was surprised to see the growth in the quality of the graphic representation that Lumion had achieved in the past 5 years. From there, I found a Udemy course that would teach me how to use Lumion to produce what I needed. Looking at a few case studies that I took inspiration from, the first case study is VOA Associates Incorporated. VOA spans the globe with several offices spread throughout the USA, South America, and China. VOA specializes in creating spaces all over the world for people to work, learn, heal, and play. As a top firm, VOA uses Lumion to produce high-quality graphics for each project they work on. VOA uses Lumion because after researching rendering alternatives a while back, the top rival took 80 seconds to render a scene that took Lumion only 11 seconds. This efficiency difference alone was very attractive, but the quality of the Lumion render was also far superior. Another factor in the company using VOA was the size of the scene that it can handle is incredible, and the ease with which you can add an almost unlimited number of trees and plants is amazing. Lumion is also a great tool for quickly adding artistic visual effects, which allows you to create an attractive impression of the design very easily. The second case study that I used as inspiration was Wimberley Allison Tong and Gu. WATG, a landscape architects, planners, architects, interior designers, and strategists. They employ around 400 people split fairly evenly between 4 hub offices in Hawaii, London, Singapore, and California. These are supported by satellites in Dubai and Istanbul. Having started using Lumion in Singapore, it's now spread to all offices. And there is certainly something of a Lumion buzz around WATG caused by the radical impact that Lumion has on the WATG workflow. In using Lumion, when they have big projects, often there is a slightly specified protocol about what tools get used in which review forums. Lumion was used more as a fast feedback tool. Also, the fact that Lumion can handle such large scenes is a big plus. There's nothing out there that can do that. With WATG specializing in landscape architecture, the models and scenes being created are rather large and need a program that can handle this large scale. In looking at these case studies, I was convinced that Lumion would be more than capable of allowing me to achieve the outcomes I was looking for and answer my thesis question, and that being, can Lumion produces a render outcome that feels almost photorealistic. After doing initial research about Lumion and learning its full capabilities, I decided to find a Udemy course that would simplify learning the program quickly, and found a course that would teach me how to use Lumion and also teach me the capability to not only render exterior photos that incorporated surrounding vegetation, but would also teach me the ability to produce photorealistic interior renders. In the course, I learned how to apply textures and materials to objects, how to add vegetation to scenes, how to create landscaping effects to the model, and how to set up renders and add effects to produce the final visualizations. I began the Udemy course by downloading a 3D model of a building supplied by the course creator and began learning how to apply and edit textures and materials to a blank model. This process was very time-consuming, as it was selecting a particular material and then editing that material until it was what I wanted. The next thing I learned was how to add vegetation to the model and prepare it for certain renders. This was a really fun process, as it is incredibly easy to add materials like grass and then simply add trees and plants that fit the scene. Lumion has a wide variety of vegetation to choose from and even offers the ability to edit them after placement. After placing the vegetation, I then learned how to modify the landscape to add a pond to the scene. This is an important step, as it adds another layer to the final render output. Lastly, I learned the process of rendering. This started by learning all the effects you are able to add to a particular scene before rendering it. There are a wide variety of different effects that can be applied, and depending on the rendering style you are looking for, you add certain effects to obtain that outcome. This is a painstaking process, as it takes a while to figure out the right effects to generate the outcome you are looking for, but is a great tool to teach yourself how to create better graphics. The final outcome for this exploration was 3 interior renders and 2 exterior renders. Overall, I would highly recommend using Lumion to produce visualizations for any project. Lumion is an incredibly powerful rendering engine that is very simple and easy to learn. The only issue I encountered was that Lumion is a very large program and running it on a laptop is not optimal as it tends to really slow your computer down when using it. I experience this issue the most when applying vegetation and lighting to the model. I was able to find a workaround by placing these objects on different layers in Lumion and only turning them on when needing to make edits or produce the final renders. Thanks for watching.